Well, now for the very latest developments, we're joined from our London studio by Europe correspondent Philip Williams. And Phil, I know that we saw a little bit a few minutes ago of Sir Paul Stevenson, the former Scotland Yard chief. He's been giving evidence, or at least appearing before another committee, the Home Affairs Committee, not the Media and Culture Committee. What did he have to say specifically about the phone hacking?
Well, what he said really was that he was so high up the chain, and this was such a low priority at the time that he missed it. It wasn't brought to his attention. He had terrorism worries, he had high-profile murders, he had rising crime rates to deal with, and that at the time, in the perspective of back in 2005, 2006, it simply wasn't drawn to his attention, and that it was reasonable that it wasn't, and therefore he's not culpable for what followed after.
He still, though, felt compelled to resign.
Yes, he did, and he says because it became a distraction and he became the story for other reasons also, and that to diffuse that in an Olympic run-up year, he had to go. He says he's doing the honourable thing. Most people have actually agreed that he's done the honourable thing and that he's not necessarily committed a huge sin, but he did miss it. He admits that, he regrets it, and he's paid a very, very high price.
There was also the matter of some £11,000 worth of free accommodation at a resort connected with a former News of the World executive editor. Did he get to explain that today?
Yeah, yes, he did, and it was a fairly loose connection. This person was a PR consultant to that particular resort, and in fact had been a £1,000 a day consultant to Sir Paul also as a PR advisor. But that person's now been has been arrested on the whole hacking scandal. So it was a very unfortunate connection. He said, I was unlucky. Yes, there was nothing wrong with taking £11,000 worth of accommodation. It was a friend who offered it when I was recuperating from an operation. Well, even so, I think most people raised more than a few eyebrows about that. And he said, but I was very unlucky that the name Wallace was attached. The man that has been arrested was also attached to this particular place. So he said, what can I say? I was just unlucky, wrong guy in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Well, Phil, talk about being the right guy in the right spot at the right time. It's only minutes now, really, until Rupert Murdoch does appear before the Media and Culture Committee. We just heard Don Foster say that he suspects that perhaps we won't learn very much. I mean, it's highly likely to be great theatre, but is there much expectation out of this?
Well, there are mixed expectations. I mean, the very fact that he's appearing is seen as a coup in itself, is seen as a redressing of that imbalance between the media, the press barons, and a cowed parliament. This is, in a sense, taking control back. However, in a strict legal sense, they may not be able to say much, or they may hide behind that. And say that their advisor can't say much. So in terms of actually what we find out, the detail, it mightn't be very much, but the fact they've turned up at all, the fact that they are on the back foot and having to go to the parliamentarians and be questioned is seen as hugely significant, even if just symbolically here.
And certainly, no doubt, make for interesting watching. Phil Williams, many thanks.
Thank you.